There is a river in India that everyone worships, and no one can find. For thousands of years, Hindus have spoken of three sacred rivers meeting at Prayagraj: the Ganga, the Yamuna, and a third, the Saraswati, the invisible one, the river you cannot see. In the oldest text in the world, the Rigveda, the Saraswati isn't a minor stream. She is praised as the greatest of rivers, mighty, surging from the mountains to the sea, the very heart of an entire civilization. And then, at some point in the deep past, she vanished. The hymns themselves begin to mourn her drying. A great river, gone, leaving only her name and the faith that she still flows somewhere, unseen. For modern historians, this was simple. There was no great river there. The Saraswati was a myth, a poetic ideal, not a real place on a map. And then we pointed satellites at the desert. Let's look at what's actually under the sand. First, what the texts say. Because we have to be honest about both sides. The Rigveda describes a powerful river flowing in northwest India, between the Yamuna and the Sutlej. Later texts, the Mahabharata among them, go further, describing the Saraswati as drying up, disappearing into the desert. A river dying, recorded in scripture. For a long time, there was no way to test this. Skeptics had a fair point. Ancient texts are full of glorified rivers and sacred geography. A hymn is not a survey map. The paleochannels uncovered by ISRO's satellite imagery told a story of their own, revealing the ghostly remnants of a substantial river system long gone. The wide channel, kilometers across in places, revealed that this was no mere creek. It was the echo of a once mighty river, now lying silent. Scattered along this ancient riverbed were the remnants of over 1,500 Harappan settlements, a civilization that thrived where water once flowed abundantly. This discovery painted a vivid picture. People once clustered along the banks of a river that no longer exists, drawn by the promise of life-giving water. It would be easy to conclude that the Saraswati had been found, a myth turned to reality. But the truth is far more intricate and compelling. The debate continues among scientists. Evidence suggests this channel may have belonged to the Sutlej rather than a distinct Himalayan river. A complex narrative unfolds. As researchers investigate, they unveil a nuanced narrative. The river's disappearance might not have been sudden, but a gradual fade over millennia. This romantic notion of a colossal river that vanished overnight is contested, leaving the exact identity of this ancient river still open to interpretation. What is remarkable is not a literal interpretation of the Rigveda, but rather that the texts hinted at a river system now revealed beneath the sands. The myth spoke of a great river and its demise. The sand confirmed, yes, a river once flowed here, but its memory is now a haunting absence. Two different methods of storytelling converge: the sacred verses sung for millennia and the scientific observations made from orbit, both revealing a shared truth. So was the Saraswati real? The answer lingers in the air, heavy with the weight of history. A river system flowed, but its exact identity remains uncertain. The memory of a lost river, preserved in scripture for thousands of years, now rests upon something tangible.